What's going on, my creative collective? Welcome to your daily creative reading for June 24th. Happy Friday, my friends. We are going to dive right in. So, I would like to invite the angels, my guardian angels, my spirit guides, protectors, teachers, and their healing energy to this space. And I ask that it is a safe and brave space that allows for the fullest expression of our light, humanity, ascension, and healing. All right, so postcards from Spirit. Let's see where we go with this here. Spirit, what messages do you have for my daily creatives, please, for June 24th, this absolutely wonderful Friday? Okay, so this card says, you are loved. I love that. You are loved. Dearest you, we are here on the other side. We here on the other side have one important thing to declare. Love is the answer to literally everything. We don't necessarily mean romantic or erotic love, although they are wonderful, but something above and beyond that. Everything alive in the world was first created by love. Spirit sends love to animate life and birth it into existence. Love is without conditions, and it is based in reverence and a fierce and joyful respect for life. Love thrives when you focus on it, and we want you to turn away from anything that causes it to wane. Love is better. Love is when you no longer see yourself as the other, separate from, better or less than, etc. When you act as love, you give permission to the world to thrive and grow as it will. Can you let go of what is not love and ask, what would love do? Love is waiting for you always and forever. We just adore you over here. I love this one. No pun intended. um, but I feel a whole lot here with this, that there's like love is like a higher calling. Like I might actually title this reading that. In keeping with that, I'm gonna write that down. And it just came up as something else that sparked a thought in terms of writing and another message coming through. Just so. Usually this is where you're like, it's all real here, but don't edit these things out too on the time. Yeah, I was thinking about higher callings and like what it means for us on the spiritual path. What does it mean for us to be emplaced on the path in terms of like purpose, and the doing is what we get lost in. The doing is what disconnects us from one another and the path ultimately, but yeah. Spirit, what message do you have for my daily creatives for June 24th, please? This collective message for my darling creative collective. I hope you're all having a great week so far and have a fantastic weekend ahead of you. I have a date with my granny. It's the first time I'm missing Pride to go hang out with my granny, and I wouldn't be anywhere else. Ooh, the Magician. Yes, absolutely. The Magician. Oh, that's beautiful. Magician energy. I do feel like this is like maybe love is a catalyst. Catalytic. Something like that. Catalytic. I'm hearing under the hood. I'm thinking about like mechanics, and what went through my head was like catalytic converters. So they're like, I don't know if somebody had like a mechanic in their family or something along those lines, where they are a mechanic watching or mechanical. There's something about the mechanics of something. The mechanics of something. I don't even know what a catalytic converter does. I know I've heard people curse that it's expensive to replace, but there's something about what it does, that there's something in your energy that's acting in a similar fashion. Very fast moving. Like now I'm hearing piston. What? Okay. If something is very fast moving, but there's some way that the energy is moving through your system is like it's slowing you down. There's like a belt. Okay, this is wild. I am not a mechanic. People like, I look at the inside of my car and I'm like, amazing. When does the dial on the inside on the dashboard tell me when I need to go get oil changes and all the things? Like, I don't know, but there's like something about a belt. It's like it's getting tighter, and there's something about forgive the reference, but you have to like lube the belt, and it's like there's something about your energy that hasn't been flowing in a way that keeps the parts moving well. And I'm hearing that it's like joy or fun, because I've been picking up on that a lot, and it's just been coming to me in dreams a metric ton. And not to say that what's relevant to me is relevant to everyone, because that's weird and not true at all, but just conversations I've had with folks about joy and like the ways that we are, just something about joy. Something about joy here. Okay, I'm going to keep pulling cards instead of staring at the cards looking like this. So, Page of Swords. We also have the Page of, the Eight of Swords. Eights. I'm hearing masculine change. Is that masculine change? I heard once that it's like fives are feminine and eights are masculine, something along those lines. Like change that is active. Active change instead of passive. Yeah, see all of these references to like belts, and I'm seeing like a racing strip. There's something about cars here, movement. Making sure you have enough gas internally for the journey. Bridging consciousness energy, and just because I'm nosy, Sagittarian energy, Temperance. I think you're starting to see the big picture. You're starting to see the big picture here. Let me do this so that I'm not like Blair Witch projecting all of you. What do you mean you can't see it? You can't see it. I think it's like there's something that is, it's not that it's becoming apparent. I think it's always been there. Like there's something that's always been there hanging around. There's something in your energy. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. I think the way that you're managing your energy needs to change, because I feel like there's like this vacillation between like wicked fast, but then like super slow, these like tucked in there, right? So it's like there's a way that you need to balance your energy output so that you're not like burning out. So to give you an example, the car that I have, it has the like the paddles on it because it's the sport edition. The reason why I got it was for a roof rack so I could haul kayaks. That's the extent of it. Anyways, it has paddles and my uncle was showing me how to use them. So I thought I would be clever at a light and try and use them in some sort of stupid macho bravado, which I did it once and I was like, never again. That was the dumbest thing I've ever done. It was so embarrassing. But it's like, I didn't know how to use them properly, so I ended up stalling instead of accelerating, and it's like it was super embarrassing. But at the same time, it's like it's almost like that, like you're in the wrong gear. You're in the wrong gear, and you're not using, it's like not efficient fuel use. It's not efficient motion. There's something about that happening, and it puts stress on the rest of the engine. It puts stress on the rest of the parts. Whatever the catalytic converter does, I don't know who the hell I'm channeling right now, but whatever the catalytic converter does, it's like there's something about that particular mechanism that operates similarly in your energy. There's something about how that's functioning in your energy. I feel like someone has an uncle that was a mechanic or something that's coming through. Bridging consciousness, Muse of emotions, Two of Wands. Okay, so these came out together. So Three of Cups and Judgment. I feel like you're making a decision, but I'm not sure. There's the Tower, but you're causing the Tower, though. Four of Wands, community, inspiration. There it is. I knew. I was like, there's like a spark here. So I think, all is well, really. Like, there's a Tower here, there's Judgment. It's fine. All is really well. I'm seeing that there's a way that something that could become a tower if it goes unchecked, not this tower here that's different. This is like a pattern that you have of being stuck in your head, but it's almost like that you're confusing being stuck in your head as the work. This is the protagonist energy here, which tells me that this is the energy that you're mobilizing. Like, this is the energy that you think you're in, but you're actually in this, and they take equal amounts of work. Hence the feeling that there's like a catalytic converter that's like burning through a whole bunch of stuff that's just really hard on the engine. Like there's something that's really screwing with your capacity to see here, and it's very telling. I feel like the connections here are where the lines are, right? There's something about that. The long haul, the road, right? The road, different kind of road. But also, we have like bridging consciousness, a road. We have a road. Like, I could go freaking on. We have the road. Like, it's very present here that there's a journey, right? Which is nebulous at best. At worst, it's not even close to specific, which is what nebulous is. Thank you so much. I do keep my Captain Obvious cape. It's around here somewhere. But there's this journey that you're taking, and I think you're burning through fuel. And I feel like you're starting to see this. Page energy is like new to something. It's like the initiate energy. And it's like you're seeing this now. And it's like there were these messages about it hanging around. And now that you have, it's almost like you have the right prescription. Like you can see it clearly. You can see something with the correct lenses. And that's shifting the way that you're also seeing yourself, I think, too. Yeah. It's shifting the way that you're seeing yourself as well. I think the protagonist here is showing up as the Seven of Pentacles because it's also the time you've invested in something is really, it's like craftsmanship. There's something about your craft that's coming to the fore here. Like you're really, it's like willing and able. I heard it in another, I think it was San Tarot talked about something like willing and able. And it's like there's like a willingness and an ability. You're willing and able. But I think your energy's been misdirected slightly because of some kind of belief that you hold about yourself, hence the Page of Swords here too. So I feel like this is being corrected. Reason why I'm saying this, the antagonist energy is showing up in what I deem to be this bridging consciousness energy. It's like you're really seeing yourself. The protagonist here is almost like the way that you perceive yourself in relation to the problems that you're facing. I think that's where the antagonist energy is showing up here. There is a portal. I'm hearing, nope, it's gone. It like came in and right back out. Mars, thank you. Something to do with Mars here. I'm not sure where that's coming from because it doesn't strike me as decidedly Mars energy, but it was coming in here. Something about the way it moves or something like that. Now I'm hearing solar plexus. And then there's Sagittarian energy that I pulled alongside it. So it's kind of a pair energy here. I feel a little bit like, oh, my third eye is really itching and a little sore. I'm feeling like there is an expansion of your awareness that's happening, but you can really feel like don't get caught up in the things you're seeing along the way through this energy. Stay focused on the path, stay focused on the road, on the journey itself. Don't get distracted by the things where you might feel really small in comparison to what's happening around you. Because I feel like that's really huge. And just really huge, just it means that it can take you off your path. It's like I'm hearing statuesque. Like there may be things that are asked of you that are statuesque in comparison to the way that you've been seeing yourself. But the concerted effort you have to make, protagonist energy, is showing up. It's showing up in this Sagittarian expansive energy, a fiery energy. And that's where I think this Ace of Wands shows up later. We'll get to that in a minute. But I feel like that's where this energy is all coming together here. It's like these different aspects of yourself are speaking to one another and you're running the show, and all of this is happening in an astral realm that is out of access to you at the moment. You could be having wild and vivid dreams. I would like to say that it's an anomaly for me, but at this point it's just the norm. I don't know why I would like to say that. No, I love having vivid dreams. F that. But anyways, it's like there's something happening in a realm that you have access to in limited fits and starts. Fits and starts, again, stop and start, this like car analogy. But you are getting to where you need to go. I think it's just a redirection of the energy here. This pentacle energy is like the bridging between the work and the joy. The reason why I'm saying the work and the joy is because we have another bridging consciousness energy here where it is the cups energy. So the cups energy is emotion and heart. So it's like we're going from the work into the joy. And I think that's what like unlocks things. And you get this like clarity, like the noise that was there before, it's just white space. Like it's like white noise, white space. I don't know. It's like you're able to see so much clearer, so much with so much more clarity. Like there's a way that you're pulling back and you're able to see the small details. But the bigger picture here is that instead of this energy of feeling like surrounded by statuesque energies, that you're sort of trying to, like, there may be a feeling like you have to live up to something. you're sinking into a heart space here that is on path and on par, and it's like it's becoming one with you. Like it's becoming one with you. That's the challenge, is to really allow these energies to integrate, because I feel like they're kind of swirling right now. So it could be really important to pay attention to dreams, number one. Number two, you could also really need to you could really, I'm hearing 11th house. That's Gemini energy, so it's not, but it's like something about community. There could be something to do with community that's helping you to see. There's something about community that's helping to bring all of this together for you. It's bringing all of this together for you. See, yeah, okay, that I wasn't even looking at this. 3 of Cups, so that is the community. It's like this is helping you to decide, to make this decision. It's like making a decision about how you're going to see this. What does this mean, Spirit? Can you clarify this for me? Can you clarify this with this? What is it that we're seeing and making decisions on? Happiness, ultimate happiness, maybe directions to choose, but I feel like all paths are going to lead, like it doesn't matter what path you choose, it's going to lead to this 10 of Cups here. However, what I am seeing though is that there's a way that you can feel confused, because again, the cups are out of proportion to where you are and what, like, to your size. So it's about understanding that the size of the cup doesn't necessarily contain the fulfillment. It's like it might look out of proportion, but that doesn't have anything to say. It doesn't say anything overly profound about the nature of the contents of the cup. Like it's not in that balance. Like it's going to look different. So just maintain a very clear perspective. And I think that community is going to help you. New start though, for sure. Something about new starts here, definitely. I feel like the decision is to follow it's like you're seeing this clearly, and then you're making the decision to integrate all of this information in a really beautiful way. This is Judgment is sorry, I'm just seeing I'm seeing somebody walking up stairs that look like marble stairs, like it's at a courthouse, but like broader, not rocky. It's not rocky. It's like okay, Spirit, what's going on? There's some way that you are making a decision in an unofficial capacity with the help of people around you. And the unofficial decision is what calls in the larger decision that draws the tower down. But instead of anything falling apart, you are coming together through the rubble of the tower, because that's what was meant to happen, because you are the tower energy. There's something about your energy that's the tower here. It's like this transformative energy. It's an energy that is like, it's changing things for you. So it's almost like this, like 3 of Cups in celebration coming together as variations on a theme. Then you're going into this like 4 of Wands, it's stability, and it is like a marriage card, stability, long-term commitment, that idea. But this is more like a serious way of approaching this energy. So it's like a passionate community. It's a passionate community. You could be calling this in for yourself, but it's also a pillar of the community. This is more celebratory. I'm hearing the fates. Like there's something about this that's like, it speaks to me about the fates. And it's like it could be fated energy with it would not shock me if the wheel came out. But there's a way that you've been integrating your energy, because it's all like, all of this is like coming out in this, like this figure of this silhouette, right? Even here, like this silhouette energy, silhouette energy. Barely, like, yes, dressed in red, but still small enough to be considered a silhouette. So it's like this way that you've been playing playing second fiddle. I don't fiddle, and and again here too, look at this. And again, it's like there's something like this. It's like you're moving into this space of adding color, like something's gonna, like, technicolor. I don't know if I would call this an awakening per se, because I feel like you're already awake. I think it's just a way that the energies have been shifting and changing around you, changing and shifting. I'm going to put these back, but I'll show you these again that clarify the Three of Cups and the Judgment card. I feel like there's one particular idea that's going to cross your path, or one particular thing. Ooh, it's like 400 degrees right now. It is summer, but that's a little warm for me. Thanks. But it's like this energy of, and yes, I had like high blood pressure numbers, but they're back down. I'm running again, so it's not anything to do with my ticker's still going, and it's lovely and it's wonderful and it's doing a fabulous job. So when I get heat like that and it rises up from like my lower energy centers and it comes up that way, it's like there's something about this that's like the energy is profound and it's shifting, and I feel like that's something that might be happening to a few or many people in the collective. Like there's something about the energy centers that are moving upwards. The energy is shifting in that way. So again, you could be having very profound dreams. I'm hearing full moon in Capricorn, buck moon, something about the buck moon here. Locking horns I just heard as well. So just be mindful of how you use your energy, because I feel like there is a tower energy that's it's falling, but again, it's not the tower. You're coming out of it. Like you are the embodying the tower energy, and not in this Pluto way, not in a plutonic way, not in this like awful way. You are emerging in a way that is like the tower. You're breaking out of the tower before it has a chance to fall, because you're recognizing something about the way the energy's been flowing, and it's like it turns you towards this beautiful community and an Ace of Wands. Page of Wands. Page of Wands, and it's like this initiate energy, but it's a different kind of initiation. This is an initiation into clear seeing, like clairsentience could be a gift that's waking up for you, but it's like it's something's coming to life, and this one is coming from spirit as opposed to any person in particular. So I feel like this is messages that you're getting from spirit, not your guides, directly from spirit. And you're going to know because of the signs along the way. And it is an energy that is going to lend a sense of stability, where you may have felt unstable before, right? Like you may have had these ideas and things come in like in a disparate way, but this strikes me as something that's coming directly to you. Like there's no intermediary. There's no intermediary on the path. You don't need someone or something to translate the energy, because it's coming directly through you. So you are a clear channel. Clear channel. Interesting. You're clearly channeling this energy in a way that's unobstructed by whatever this energy was. Because I don't even want to try and name it, to try and go like, let's see what this was. Like it just feels like a not good use of time and energy for this particular spread. I'm hearing bigger things to do. Yeah, like break down this spread. So we're gonna clarify the cards here. Yeah. I'm going to use the Pocket Tarot. Which one do you want me to use, Spirit? Rider Waite. Okay, so it is. So we have the Ace of Wands, the Tower, and the Four of Wands. Three of Cups and Judgment. It's almost like different types of community, and not that there's a lesser or better one. This is coming to me right now, where it's like maybe your community, you felt like the community you were in or the people around you were the intermediaries that were helping you to translate this energy, and there's just a different vibe. Neither good nor bad. We're not here to judge it. It's just because I feel like you've already made the decision about one or the other, and I think that one, it accesses and opens up different parts of your energy, and your heart is open with one particular type, and I feel like that's what causes this tower to fall, where you emerge really powerful and channeling your power in a totally different way. And then the Four of Wands, the Four of Wands is that sense of stability that this is giving you. It's giving a sense of stability. It's giving you a sense of stability, but it's also giving you a sense of stability. But what else about it? There's no guessing, because it's coming directly to you. So it's like it's almost like, in a way, there were ways that you were connecting with people. Given the cups here, it could be like, I mean, I don't really have friends like this, but you could have like drinking buddies. I don't know. It could have been like, this is like connections that could have been based on something that was much more superficial. Like it was more like a spatial thing, like an environment that brought you together, as opposed to this, which is more of a soul mission and path that is much more stable, that's bringing you together. So it could be a sense of community that's doing that. But again, you were the one that had to decide this. And I feel like you might have felt like it was a kind of a, I want a dark and lonely path, but it's not like that at all. I think that this is like you going into a more quiet, introverted space, a quiet space and place within you. A quiet space within you, because that's where you're able to hear. And I think that's what's really important for you to take away from this right now, is that you don't have to know everything. Like this isn't you don't, it's, the knowledge is within you. It's not something that you're obtaining. The knowledge is within you, and that's why this path is getting on the I guess like the going, getting on the going, I don't know, that it is. Then we have the Nine of Wands and the Page of Wands. So that together is 10 of Wands. So yippee, we're leaving the trouble behind. Could I have said that in any more of a monotone way? Yippee, we're leaving it behind. Oh my gosh. Anyways. Maybe that you've been feeling flat. Like maybe you've been feeling flat like that. Like this is like after so much frustration, you're just showing up and you're like, bleh, like not lacking enthusiasm, but lacking the ability to translate it. That's like, it's like I'm hearing you're like the energetic equivalent of Google Translate. Something about that. And like, I feel like that's really true. Like you're helping, like there's something that you're drawing down in the energy here. You're drawing something down, that is, I get, it's like it's making the energy move differently. The energy's moving differently. Yeah, for sure. Endings, there's the Emperor. This could be something related to a business person, but ultimately I feel like this is something that's taken a lot of work on your part. Not because of a fixed mindset, but because it's like this is a Saturnian lesson. Like there's something in here about Saturn. Could be a Saturn return, but I think it's more of a way of being. And I think that you are releasing control. That's the world is like an ending, but also a beginning. It's like stepping through a portal. And I feel like this is possibly you stepping into more of a leadership role with this. This could be you stepping into a leadership role. Weird. I mean, that's Aries, so it's not like how strange a thing. No, it's not weird. It's just interesting because I feel like the energy here didn't strike me as hierarchical. It didn't strike me as needing a leader. I feel like there's just a way that you're taking charge of the translating of it, but there's not like a concerted effort. Like it's not like a 10 of Wands. It's more or less like by virtue of just following this idea, there's a message that's coming in and you're like, oh, okay, great. Following that message leads to the leaving behind of these 10 of Wands. Following the message. Following the rainbow. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. My guides are frisky. Not, well, I mean, like it's, oh my God, I'm just gonna, okay. It's like they're just, my guides are playful. They're Pixar characters. Maybe a good dash of Bill Murray and Jim Carrey too. Three of Cups again. Yeah. So I feel like this is really about, it could have been that there was like interference, but it wasn't interference that was like nefarious or malicious. It was just interference because there was perhaps a lot of noise. There were a lot of intermediaries and a lot of translators, and you were perhaps turning to too many of them at once. So this bridging consciousness energy is you meeting your heart space. And like that is what makes it so that it's possible for you to see, right? And you can see far distances, even though you're still in this kind of place of things being yet undefined. There's some way that you're still seeing. You're still seeing things quite clearly, actually. Yeah, it's something about the heart space that you're sinking into. There's a sensitivity. Are you kidding me? Look at all this cups. Oh my gosh. Okay. I don't know what is happening. Okay. So just to be clear, we have the Three of Cups, the Page of Cups, the King of Cups, the Ace of Cups, the Queen of Cups, the Seven of Cups, and the Knight of Cups. So let's talk about this. Your heart is so freaking open right now. Your heart is so open. It's almost like, which thing do I, like, I'm seeing this. It's like this. The worst thing about this is that you don't know which thing to be so overwhelmed with gratitude at that you tear up with joy. Like, it's like that kind of like open-heartedness. A lot of messages coming into like, it's drawing people in left, right, and center. Like, these are all people, like the whole court's here, folks. Like, I'm getting that the whole gang's here. The whole gang's here. Could be water signs. I'm hearing that it could be water signs that are protectors, like guardians, something along those lines. And they, like, I feel like you're surrounded. Like, this Ace of Cups is you. Like, this is your energy coming. There's like something coming to you, and it's just like encased in this gorgeous, heart-centered, protected energy. So it's like you don't even have room to worry about this and to have your energy be misdirected, because it's like bubble wrapped in love, like signed, sealed, delivered. I'm yours. Like that energy. Page of Swords. There's a real clarity where you couldn't see before. I feel like there's like a metallic taste in my mouth. Like, it's like something is going to leave a weird aftertaste when you see yourself clearly, this Page of Swords. And it's not like, don't dwell in it. Just take the lesson from it. Take the lesson from it. Allow it to write the story to the extent that you want it to be in the story, but let the rest of it go. Do not hang on. Don't hang on to it, because it doesn't serve a purpose beyond you seeing the pattern that you've been engaged in with this Eight of Swords and Eight of Wands, right? This stop and go, this, like, we're going back to like the catalytic converter and how you've been using your energy. Don't dwell in it, because it's just going to go and like spit you right out of your happy place. It's going to spit you right out. Yeah, don't dwell in it, because it's not where you want to be. The truth, the solid truth, and the healing truth at that. I can't make this shit up. Okay. So that's, yeah, it's going to knock you not off path, but it's just like, why would you choose to be miserable? Why would you choose to be miserable when you don't need to be? Right? It's like, this isn't some hidden truth. This is just a truth that you're becoming aware of, and you can integrate it and move on. Right? It's like feedback. It doesn't always feel fun or great, but like when someone's being honest with you, I'd rather have an uncomfortable truth from someone that cares about me than somebody not tell me that I like it. For example, if you have like, okay, parsley, sometimes I'll put like parsley and garlic and whatever in my lunch and things like that. And cilantro is the devil. Ugh. That is this card. It just, anyways, that's an aside. But it's like, so I'll have that, and sometimes it'll get stuck in my teeth, right? I would rather have someone be like, yeah, huge chunk of it right in your front teeth. Like, oof, you're going to want to deal with that, right? No judgment. They're not judging you and your ability to eat. They're like, it's not like that. They're not judging your ability to manage your life. They're not being like, what? You have parsley in your teeth? How can you possibly, like, no. It's like, it just is. Think about feedback that you're giving to yourself, 3-3-3-3 on the time. Things that you're, like, the feedback that you're getting. I feel like it might make you, like, a little bit uncomfortable. Like, it might make you go, like, oh, about yourself. But don't do that in terms of self-esteem. Do that in terms of, like, oh, I've screwed that up. Okay. And move on, right? So just very, very clearly seeing yourself and your stuff. Don't get thrown, don't do the thing. Don't do the thing where you like lose yourself in this sort of Piscean energy. This can't like this. It's like dreamy energy. I know it's not Pisces. This is like it's more Cancer, but still, like it's striking me as Piscean energy. Don't lose yourself in the illusion. No, 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 no. Because there's truth in the hope and healing that you're going to feel from the way that this expands you, from the way that this is expansive in your energy, from the way that this helps you heal. Because it's not like unique, but it certainly is. It's certainly unique to you, and it is something that's going to help you be not just more honest with yourself, but honest with other people. Because there's something that's healing about the way that things are being delivered right now. Oh, again, the heat. Spirit, what message do you have to clarify this Page of Swords and Seven of Pentacles, please? This is quite a long reading. Thank you very much for watching thus far, my friends. So we have the Hanged Man. Yeah, I think there's something about patterns that you're seeing right now. Eight of Wands again, and the High Priestess. Big picture. So keep in mind the big picture right now, because you may be inclined to pull into the small details because that feels more comfortable to you, because it feels like forward motion, but it's not. There's just so many details. The Seven of Cups, yeah, there's so many details, but it's just a way that you've lost yourself inside your heart center before. Don't confuse that with movement, because it's not. This is the movement forward, and it's decidedly slower right now than what you're used to. Things are moving. I'm getting that things are moving quickly, but there's a way that your awareness is right where it needs to be in terms of pace. So High Priestess, Judgment, Queen of Swords. Yeah, there's shifts and changes that are taking place, but you're very clear on this. You're very clear about your direction. You're very clear. And I think it's coming from this, like, it's not a pause. You're not taking a pause. It's that you're taking things in differently. You're taking things in. You're not rushing to expectations. You're not rushing to standards. You're not rushing to categorize things like some taxonomy that you're imposing upon your intuition. There's a way that this information is coming to you much, much more clearly, because you're releasing your grip on what it's supposed to mean. And that's where you're getting all of this clarity about what it is, right? What it is. Oh, that sucked. There's some pains there. I know they're not mine, because it's not like... Bridging energy. Spirit, can you please clarify this bridging energy in the Temperance card, please? So we have the Magician again, Seven of Pentacles again. I'm getting that your manifestations are not going to come from, it's like your expanded consciousness is what's bringing these manifestations in. Don't get it twisted. It's not your efforts right now. It's your alignment. And so there's something about this that it's like, don't let this stroke your ego, because your ego is like, that's not why things are shifting. They're shifting because you made this decision at some point. There's like energies that you've been working with differently. It's like you're aligning to the love frequency. Yeah. Clarity. This is Aquarius energy. Whoa. It's also enjoying being airborne. Yeah, lots and lots of happiness here for you. There's a ton of, this is unreal joy. My cat is scratching at the door. Oh my gosh. If I don't go let her out, she's going to cry and cry and cry. And I'm going to be like worst pet parent of the year. Hang on. Come here, baby. Come on. Go ahead. Doing ready for exiting. Thank you. sits and stares at the door like she needs to evaluate. I'm like, this is not an equation. It's you go through the door. Yeah, there's a lot of happiness here. But again, don't let this throw your ego. It's not like a warning either. Like if it does, it's like for a hot minute and you're like right back into the place you need to be. Because when you're in that ego place of feeling like it's your accomplishments, like when you feel like it's your hard work, then you start to get caught up because then you feel like your hard work is what's going to be, like your hard work is then going to equally, it's like if, how do I word this? Spirit, can you give me some words here, please? Some verbs and syllables, please. It's like if you believe that hard work and effort are what brought you there, then they are equally the thing that you're going to be terrified of not having and doing and embodying, because that's what you will feel you need to keep things, and that's just not the truth. So this is like the mindset you need to be like goodbye, or like as as Tyler's tarot says, goodbye potato head. I say that to drivers a lot. My friend said that I should start giving drivers the thumbs down. I don't give drivers the middle finger, but anyways, I feel like that's such an intense energy to bring to the wheel. But yeah, but I do say that sometimes, okay, bye potato head. But that's where I just thought like, you need to say that to this energy. Bye potato head, like out. Yeah, I don't understand road rage at all. I'm like, man, you're driving in like a tin can that we figured out how to make barrel down a road at 80 and 90 kilometers an hour. What? That is amazing. What are you, like, why are we complaining? It has doors and everything. Like, I used to take public transit. This is a miracle to me. So, you know what I mean? And maybe that's the mentality that you need to take with that too. Like find the humor in some of the struggles so that you can diffuse the energy and it just sort of like seeps out, and like send it back to the earth when you have that perspective, and allow the energy of the earth to come up and nurture you. Allow that energy to come and kind of hold you. As you reciprocate this energy, and it moves through. Like the earth is a beautiful conduit. It's certainly not one that we like. It's interesting because we might think that we're using it in terms of exchanging energy with it, but the total opposite is true. I think that we're using it when we extract things like from mines and things like that. That's the extraction. The energy exchange is the beauty. That's what we're here for. That's what we're here for. Spirit, can you clarify this Seven of Pentacles? Just one final card before we start to close out this daily creative reading, please. I feel like it's important that you know that you're on path right now. Knight of Wands. Yeah, you're on path. It's the pace is going to change. It might feel a little stop-start, jolty. Not jolty as in like rough, but like I think that it might feel like an unfamiliar pace. But it's rooted in something completely different than the logic that you may have used before. But that's a clarity unto itself. And I feel like there is so much joy here, right? This is like, I'm hearing like all is well and getting better. And I think it's important that you remember that. I am going to pull from the Notes from the Universe on Love and Connection deck by Mike Dooley. Spirit, what message do you have for my daily creatives for June 24th, please? Yeah, I'm not saying it because I'm going to squeak. Yeehaw. There you go. So this is like a hell yes. Like there has to be like a hell yes. There's something that you're going to be saying hell yes to. And it's not like the irresistible offer. I think that there's something that might make you nervous about it, but it's not nervous because of something. Again, it's not like a nefarious energy. It's not a negative energy. Interestingly, the Devil and Tower are showing up in completely different ways to explain that energy. So love is never in vain. Yeah, there's something about making peace with your path. And like, it's almost like, yeah. I'm seeing, okay, so I know this has to do with Wayne Dyer. I'm seeing wakes behind a boat. And I know that he has a quote that he said something along the lines of like, he talked about this, and I just saw this beautiful, like, paddling away it's just like the wakes left behind, or like the thoughts and energy that we leave behind. Do look up the quote. But like, so if you Google like Wayne Dyer boat wake quote, it will probably come up. But that's what's coming to the energy of it. When I first heard it, and then when I heard it again and a couple times after that, it's the energy of it that's sitting in my heart space. That's like, it's like ding, 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 ding. Like that's the right one. So this is, so yeah, love is never in vain. So you might, I don't know if, yeah, love is never in vain. This is the Life Loves You deck by Louise Hay and Robert Holden. I am willing to love myself. Right, ready and willing. I think it was, or like ready and willing, willing and accepting, or something like that. That Santero talked about. I am willing to, but this is a different context. But it's like, I'm willing to love myself. Look in the mirror and say to yourself, I love you. I really love you. Don't be shy. It's just another way of saying that life loves you. Yeah. I am willing to love myself. Sometimes that's all that it is. You don't have to figure out every single step. You just have to know. And like, I say this as like someone who's I'm laughing because like of the amount of Aries in my chart that I'm like, oh, slow your roll. Like, slow your roll, spirit. Like, okay, you're right. It's like, I know how that can feel, where it's like, no, I need at least 3 steps. Nope. You just need to be willing. Everything else fills out along the way. Everything is working out for my highest good. Trust that even in challenging times, the universe only wants what's best for you. Everything is working out for my highest good. Yeah, I think it is. Like, it always is fundamentally, but I think that's something that you might need to repeat to yourself. Just so that you remember that in the moments where you're like, whoa, like trying to get your footing. Because I feel like that energy could possibly be here amidst this energy of the day and the coming weeks this month. So that is your reading, my daily creatives. Thank you so much for watching thus far. Again, I know this was a bit of a long video, but it was all coming through. My palms feel very hot. They're quite warm. So the energy is very intense in this reading, not intense in a bad way. It's like it's activating your energy in a really, really interesting way. And I'm excited to see how this plays out for folks. But, yeah, so whew, this took us some places. This took us to some places. If this resonated, please like and subscribe. I'd love to have you on the channel. There are other ways you can connect with me on here, so please do check that out. But if there are, if this is where we part, my daily creatives, I hope that wherever this finds you on the time-space continuum, morning, afternoon, or night, that it finds you very, very well. Have a wonderful day and an even better weekend, my lovelies. Take care.